Welcome to the Women's National League Wrap for Series 6. I'm joined by Seana and Alanna this week, and we're going to be getting into all the weekend's action. I'm going to start off with the Sligo performance against Treaty at the Showgrounds. Treaty did get the first goal. It was a great Heidi O'Sullivan delivery, I thought, into the box, and it was deflected into the goal. And I think Sligo really went, we start playing now. Or Alanna, what did you think of the game?
Yeah, I think, as you said, Emma, it was brilliant to come from behind and without two regular starters too, because Kristen was away on coaching duties. Kristen Sample, that is the keeper for people who don't know, and Emma Hansberry was sick. So, to fill in those positions and have a great team performance, it was a brilliant showcase for them, I think. I thought it was a bit of a tough break for Treaty in that, I think Jessie Menendez got injured kind of in the first half. Now, she did carry on and soldiered through it, but, maybe that kind of affected them because she'd be one of their great players, I suppose. And then, the Aoife Brennan free kick, and then Emma Doherty coming off the under-19 form, bringing that into Sligo Rovers. And then another Aoife Brennan free kick. They went from 1-0 up Treaty to 3-1 down in literally a 10-minute period. So, I think it was a brilliant performance from Sligo. As we say, a bit of an unknown quantity coming into the league, and now they're fourth, I think it is, with 9 points. So I'd say they'll be delighted with that and just looking to continue to improve on that now.
Yeah, and I think especially this game, I think it was a game that a lot of people were excited to see, just because, Treaty and Sligo, everyone are thinking those two teams are quite similar, especially Sligo being new. But I've been really impressed with Sligo since the league has started, and I'm really excited to see, how they continue on. It was another strong performance, Seana, from Galway. I thought they played Shelbourne, and Shelbourne came out 2-0 winners. Shelbourne got the 3 points, but I thought it was quite a scrappy performance. What did you think of the game?
Yeah, at times I had to check myself because I thought I was watching a pre-season game. I was in Galway for it, and it was just kind of had that feeling about it where there was good spells in it, and then it went kind of really scrappy at other stages of the game. But I think in terms of Galway, you're right. They were very strong, especially between both 18-yard boxes. They played really well. They matched Shells in terms of moving the ball, especially around midfield, where I think they're at their strongest. It was just, unfortunately, in both 18-yard boxes that kind of cost them the game. The giving away the penalty. They actually had a chance right before the penalty to go ahead. Julianne Russell just unfortunately couldn't capitalise on an Amanda Wooden error. But then Shells went up the other end and won the penalty. But you've got to be a bit more, I suppose, professional in the box, giving away a penalty as soft as they did. And then I think in terms of Shells, in the second half, Galway kind of started to pile the pressure on and kind of started to feel like the game was tipping towards Galway getting an equaliser. And then Noel obviously brought on Saoirse, and I think she deserves a shout out because she's obviously come back from a few months out, and I thought she really kind of changed the game in Shell's favour. She was exactly what they needed. She was the outlet. She held the ball up. She brought other players into the game. Before that, it was kind of going forward for Shells and coming straight back at them again. So it was good game management by Shells, and then obviously that beautiful goal by the Fox in the box, Shauna Fox. It was brilliant to see a defender score such a great goal. But I think unfortunately for Galway again, what we're seeing is shades of last season where they're just not clinical enough, and I think that's something that they're going to have to really work on going forward.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Before we moved on there, I was going to bring up that Shauna Fox goal, and I know I'm going to ask you your goal of the weekend at the end, but it was just such a great goal.
I love to talk about it, so we're talking about it. Yeah.
Over in Ferrycarrig Park, Wexford bounced back from that 4-0 defeat against Peamount, and they won 5-1 against Cork. Alanna, Ellen Malloy, we just have to talk about her.
Yeah, we nearly do it every week at this stage, but to have a hat trick within 20 minutes, I think if you're looking around the league, you'd have your money on her to be the one that would do it. There was talk of Stephanie Roach and Anya O'Gorman being the deadly duo a few weeks ago. Kylie Murphy and Ellen Malloy are definitely in that bracket too. They nearly linked up for nearly all of each other's goals, I think. So yeah, brilliant from Ellen, and aided by Kylie too. So I think the second one was brilliant, like the way she rounded the keeper, but the third one was just classic. Ellen Malloy outside the boot, top corner. Yeah, love to see it.
Yeah, and like for Wexford to come back after that 4-0 Peamount defeat, like I'm sure they were looking at each other after the game going, like, these are our competitors, like what is going on here? But you know, great result for them. And yeah, I thought Ellen Malloy was just the main talisman there for them. I thought she had a whopper game. Finally, looking at Athlone, Peamount, you know, Peamount came on top 2-1. But I thought it was actually quite a close enough game, and I've been kind of impressed with the way that Athlone have started the season. Shauna, was there a player from like either side that stood out to you?
Yeah, I think Roisin Malloy, I watched the game back this morning, and she had a really tough job because she was moved onto that side where Jetta Burrell has been so impressive this season, and she was obviously tasked with, you know, matching Jetta for pace, which is not an easy job, speaking from experience. So the fact that she did that job really well, I think, for the majority of the game, and then she also had the role then of when they won the ball back to join in attacks. It's a really difficult role to try and do that over the course of the game is so hard. So I thought she was excellent. I think she was the kind of started the Athlone goal as well, won the ball back and played it across the box. You know, she was really, really good in terms of just her transitions from attack to defence and defence to attack. So yeah, I definitely have to give Roisin Malloy a shout out. And then for Peamount, for me, in a game that probably was a bit uncharacteristic for them in terms of the amount of unforced errors, and just didn't kind of click for them at times. I thought Sive Doyle really kept her standards high. Her passing was excellent. She was finding space between the lines, and just kind of knew when to up the gears and didn't panic when she got on the ball as the clock was ticking down. So yeah, I was definitely impressed with Sive as well.
Yeah, and finally I'll ask you both what your favourite goal from the weekend was. Just coming off from that Peamount game, I thought Tegan Ruddy's free kick, you know, the winner under pressure, like she really, it was a curler. I have to say it was a curler. Alanna, what was your favourite goal from the weekend?
Yeah, I kind of anticipated Shauna was going with the Shauna Fox one, so I left that one. I'll leave it to you, Shauna. I thought, as I said, yeah, I thought Tegan's goal was very good. Ellen Malloy's third, but I think I'm going to go with Aoife Brennan's second free kick. No more than that, like it kind of curled in. She just like looped around the wall and it just kind of lobbed in over the keeper. So yeah, I thought that was brilliant, as I said before as well, to just kind of cap off the game as well, whereas 10 minutes before it was 1-0 Treaty, and then that one made it 3-1 Sligo. So a great turnaround, and all ignited by her free kicks.
Yeah. Shauna, what about you?
Of course, Shauna Fox, just such a deft, beautiful touch. But what was more impressive was she didn't even celebrate after. It was just like she completely meant it, and she just took it all in her stride, which was even more impressive. So of course, I think both herself and Tegan deserve shout outs, because defenders are often the unsung heroes of the WNL.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks, Emil, for joining me, and I'll speak to you about very soon.